Good morning, Authortube, BookTube, YouTube, and this might appear somewhere else, so it could be Facebook, Instagram, wherever. What am I talking about today? I'm talking about a book deal that I have arranged for the kind of this time of year because it's Halloween, etc., and it's all spooky, and I have a horror book. So I thought I would come on here and talk about it for you because I've arranged a Kindle deal for the whole week. It's usually $1.99 or $2.99, something like that. I've arranged for it to be 99 cents or 99 pence for the whole week. It runs from the 25th until the 31st, the end of the 31st. So it's perfect for this time of year. And I thought I'd come on here and have a quick chat with you about it. So I just need to unlock my phone because I'll have it open on the Kindle. So that's the one we're talking about. Just see that with the glare and everything. On my way home while Angus sleeps. So it's the most recent one. I spoke about it in a previous video where I put it in for the Kindle Scout and then Kindle Scout decided to close. Not because of my book. Not because of my book. Although that is a running joke. I'll just get that off my phone. Yeah, so on the Kindle store, as of I think midnight tonight, 1 minute past midnight tonight, UK time, it will be 99p. And it's not expensive anyway. So, I thought I'd come on and have a quick chat with you about it. I had notes. I'll get through them as quickly as possible because these videos tend to just run on, which is my fault because I love talking. Okay, so the main character, Shayla Dawson. She's like mid-20s, late 20s. And she's staying at a friend's house. And she, this is all real places. This is actually like where I live. So all the roads are named exactly properly. And, I measure the distances and blah, blah, blah. And, this is kind of like places I know very well. So it's set locally. So you might hear a little bit of talking in the background. My kids are off school and they're playing football games, soccer, whatever, and they get very excited about these things, especially when they score. So if you do hear that, that's why. Right, so anyway, Shayla, yes, she's at a friend's house. She receives terrifying messages, like answer phone messages, from her mum. And during the messages, she hears things that she can't explain, and like smashing glass, and she even hears what she thinks is like a roar. It's kind of like what the, So, of course, immediately she's in panic mode, and she's like, right, I need to get home. So she runs outside, and in the book, I do kind of, I do kind of talk about how it starts off just her kind of little bubble, her little world, what's local to her. As the book goes on, she starts to ask a lot of questions about to what extent the world has changed. Is it worldwide? Is it just locally? Is it kind of, just a city, just etc. But she gets outside and the world has completely changed. I've already turned a page, you'll be glad to hear. The world has changed. And she immediately goes into panic mode again, even more panic, because now she's stuck in a situation where she's like, I need to get home, but she's too scared to leave because of what she's seen, what she's encountered. So instead of, turning into this kind of like heroic, I'm going to go and defeat everything that's in my path thing, I think more realistically, she does what a lot of people would do, and she just basically falls into a state of, almost, she's so scared that she literally just kind of sits there for hours, just scared. She doesn't know what to do. She's just lost. completely within, you know, as soon as these things happen. So she has to obviously argue with her own mind, because her mind's telling her, you know, to do like a million different things. Go home, she can't go home, she's got to stay, she doesn't want to stay, etc., etc. So there's a lot of that kind of personal kind of struggles going on. And she eventually finds the courage to leave her friend's house and start journeying home. And as she goes, she realises that the world has changed. You know, as she's moving home, the world's changed again everywhere. Everywhere she goes, she sees evidence of it. It's like kind of like just like destruction in the streets and like crashed cars and fires and all these different things. And there's other things going on as well, because there isn't so much a bad guy. There isn't so much a bad guy, but there is kind of like a... I was very kind of clever in this book to not until quite late in the book does the enemy kind of get a face, if that makes sense. I don't kind of have a big bad. Well, I do have a big bad, but it's not, you know, it's not kind of as obvious as it could be straight away. On a funny side note, I hide this t-shirt on videos because it's really stripy and thin, and it can get really psychedelic when I move. I did it before on an old Instagram video, and I was just literally hypnotised by my own t-shirt. You know, it was weird. Yeah, so she's travelling home. She's plucked up enough courage, although it's not really getting her through as well as it could. You know, put yourself in a situation where you're just so scared, but you've got to move, you know, you've got to do something. So she meets someone. I'm not going to say who or describe anything about it, but Shayla has to protect them. There's no other choice. I've given her no other choice in this book. She has to protect this person who she meets. So then she carries on with the journey, but, and this is kind of an interesting point here, because she, you know, we take the world for granted. You know, you get in your car, you drive down the road, you go, you know, you go home, etc. You jump on a bus, you jump on a train. None of this is available. None of this is possible for Shayla anymore because the world's changed so much. You know, because even if she did jump in a car, the roads are covered in, you know, trashed cars or pieces of broken wall, and, you know, there's like fires everywhere in the middle of the roads and all this kind of thing. So she's kind of, you know, she realises that it's not just going to be as easy as that. She can't just kind of do what she would normally have done, because she could be home in like half an hour. But it's not going to be as easy for her. So on the way home, she's now got to protect this person, this other character. And also she kind of starts to work out her own theories about what happened, why it happened, what's, you know, going on in the world now. And she has to come to a point where she believes and accepts that the world is different now. It's never going to be the same again. It's never going to be the world she knew before she woke up, before she received the messages from her mum. And it gives her a kind of a, you know, like a sense to fight back, if you know what I mean. She gets that kind of that kind of spark of strength to fight back and carry on. Yeah, so I'm just going to quickly check my notes again. Yep, okay. So, yeah, as she's going along, like I say, when she gets the messages from her mum, she hears like I say, she hears these roars and she hears this smashed glass, and she's terrified for her mum's safety. And as she's getting home, travelling home, she sees more evidence of the same kind of thing, and hears the same kind of thing again. And she, like I say, she's always trying to work out what's happened and how she's going to deal with it, how she's going to accept this new world. So, the finale, I'm not going to tell you what happens in the finale, and there is a like a denouement or an epilogue at the end that kind of wraps it all up. But you know, I'm not going to get into that at the moment. I'll leave that for anyone who buys it. What else is on my notes here? Yeah, 25th of October till the end of the 31st. So it's perfect, like I say, for this time of year. It's nice and spooky and scary, etc. And I've kind of, you can't see that bit there, but I've kind of like put loads of different genres down, and then I've like numbered them, you know, as if what it will fit into. And I've got like horror, suspense, survival, urban contemporary women's fiction, motherhood, thriller. You know, it kind of fits into so many different things, and it's first person as well, so it's kind of almost like, you know, you're with Shayla all the way along. You know, you're with her because it's first person. So yeah, that's all my notes. So yeah, like I say, if you think you like the idea, or you think you know anybody who likes the idea, etc., then share this out. Give them a shout. Give them a, you know, tell them the title of the book, because it runs for 1 week. So, you know, as of tomorrow till like next Thursday or Wednesday night. And it's only, like I say, 99p, 99 cents, which is nothing. So if you can, thank you. And if you just share it, you know, just tell your friend, thank you as well. Sometimes these deals can be really tricky to kind of spread the word about, because they are quite, you know, they're commonplace. People are always doing this. It's one of the things that we use when we publish on Kindle. So, but thanks for watching. You'll probably see this face talking about this book, these notes, the exact same thing, somewhere else on social media today or in the next few days. So don't get bored of me. I am just marketing. All right, guys. Thank you a lot. I'll see you soon.